So today we're figuring out the bottom for Bitcoin. We're looking at scenarios that could lead to a certain bottom for Bitcoin. Let's go over Bitcoin's cyclical nature again, and before we get into all that, here's a bonus for you. One altcoin that won't rug pull, which is overseen by the US government and BlackRock. Because all your portfolios are in the red. You've loaded them up with junk. It's not just junk that's in the red. Some of that junk might never recover. So go ahead and grab this bonus. It's in the description below the video. There's our bot there, which will give you this altcoin. Plus, it'll immediately give you the targets, where you can buy it, where you can sell it. Targets for growth are 2,500 to 3,000%. Add it to your portfolio, and your portfolio will get a serious upgrade. But you might want to buy it in parts, not all at once. There could still be a further dip, and then you can pick up more at a better price. That way, you'll save your portfolio if your junk coins suddenly start turning into scams. Alright, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Cycles. We're repeating the cycle. For those who haven't seen it, a lot of people haven't seen it. Thousands haven't. These are the halvings. The time from halving to the highs, in this case, was about 400 days. In this case, it was about 550 days. Give or take, right? In this case, that's also about 550 days, more or less. And now, after the 2024 halving, $126,000 per Bitcoin at the highs. Again, that's about 500 something days. We can see that, based on Bitcoin cycles, it's already reached its highs. Now we need to determine its bottom. So Bitcoin has already entered its global bear cycle, most likely. Now we need to determine its bottom. Let's look at the periodicity. We repeat the same thing. What patterns are repeating now compared to the previous cycles? Here are the previous highs, and after the 2020 halving, we see a global bear market, a wedge pattern formed. Here are the highs and the 2024 halving at $126,000. We can see that a wedge pattern has also formed here, right along the points, just like before. The wedge is repeating itself as in the past, so what do we expect now? What scenarios are possible? Scenario 1. Bitcoin heads to $85,000. It's described right here in our Telegram channel, the latest post. Everyone is welcome to join our Telegram channel. The link is also in the description below the video. There, you'll also get a bonus in the form of an altcoin. A solid, not just any, flagship one. So, join us. We'll be discussing everything here. USDT dominance is a bit higher, which could drop. If it starts to fall, then Bitcoin will reach its 80-something thousand dollars. Makes sense, right? We post regular updates on this topic in our Telegram channel, and also a podcast. Is it possible for altcoins to grow in 2026? Scroll up 3 posts and listen to that podcast, because everyone wants to know whether altcoins will grow or not in 2026. What will happen? Basically, everything is explained in that podcast. If you take the market seriously, that podcast is for you. Let's keep going. Reaching 80 to 85,000 is, of course, just a local scenario. From here, the scenarios start either up or down, just like the idiots in the comments say. So if Bitcoin breaks out of its wedge, then, accordingly, the path opens up for it, right here, almost up to the highs. If the path to the highs opens up, then, accordingly, there could even be a new all-time high. Is that scenario possible? Well, it could happen. Anything can happen in the crypto market. If it bounces to 85, breaks through, and holds above this line, then the path opens up higher, all the way to the highs. From there, we'll see what happens next. If it doesn't break through, then it rolls back down here. What do you do? This is the area of $53,000 to $56,000. And here, it turns out we have a complete match with the previous scenario. So here we see the consolidation. Here it is. Clear, right? We see a touch, a small bounce, and then a second bottom. So this scenario could repeat, and then we'd see the bottom of Bitcoin somewhere around here. It could then be in the area of $56,000 to $53,000. And just like it happened here, the same thing would happen here as well. And from there, it'll go on to make a new high. Now, the third scenario, why Bitcoin could drop to around $30,000, give or take, and find a bottom there. This would happen if Bitcoin doesn't bounce up to $80,000 now, but instead immediately starts breaking down through this wedge. In this case, the pattern breaks, and naturally, Bitcoin heads downward. And just like before, it'll drop about 75% from the highs. Look, here are the previous highs, right? How far did Bitcoin fall? Back then, it found a bottom after dropping 77%. So in this case, if it does not hold and the pattern breaks, Bitcoin will drop by over 70%. How much does that come out to? Well, about 75%. That's around $30,000. Roughly speaking, about $30,000, give or take. $32,000, 28, 30. So somewhere around that area in this case. But I think that if that happens, the entire Bitcoin cycle pattern will be broken. We'll see what happens. So where are we right now? Right now, we're inside a wedge, and we need to watch where the chart breaks out. Depending on which way the chart breaks, we'll know where the movement will continue. So if it breaks out of the wedge, then the move could continue to the highs and even higher. If it breaks the wedge downward, the movement will continue toward 30, give or take. That's pretty clear. If it just finishes forming this pattern and bounces down again from the upper line, then the bottom is at $56,000. More or less, give or take. Got it? So that's the situation we've got right now. I'll be posting everything on Telegram. Give this video a like because it's super useful. Let me repeat. To be able to make money, you need to see the upcoming scenario. If you don't see it, then obviously you won't be making money. So that's how it is. That's all for today. See you all later.